So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen here, how this is going to work. I don't even see where the chat is. Ah, I see. Yeah, okay, it just pops up, just chatting, it's the stream elements. So I don't really know how this works or what I'm doing. Wow, that's horrible. Mariners had a really good game last night. I'm super excited about that. I'm always excited when the Mariners do well, and especially when like Jorge Polanco does well, things of that nature are really good. Jorge had an absolutely amazing game last night with 2 home runs and then almost had a third one taken away. That was robbed, which was not fun for any of us as Mariners fans. This morning's gonna be fun. I have to go to my grandparents' house to ensure that my grandfather's aides show up while my mom takes my grandmother to the doctor. So that's fun. And then I have online therapy at 9, so that'll be fun. I genuinely don't know how that's gonna go. 30 frames per second to 3 megabytes per second. Huh, interesting. Super cool stuff. Yeah, I know it's 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast. That's why I'm doing the test streams, and I did not announce this. This is just to see how it works. About 2 months, I'll be in New York City. So that's super exciting. Actually, what's today? May 1st is tomorrow. So 2 months, 8 days. Have to turn in one final today. That'll be finished. Or turned in one final today, finished it. Gonna turn in another final tomorrow. Oh, I gotta add the second file. No, that's right. I gotta add the presentation on it, but that's super easy. I can just make the file later. Super easy. I just totally forgot about that part, but whatever. And then another final for another class I can finish tonight or tomorrow morning. I got the dentist at 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's not going to be fun. I am absolutely not looking forward to going to the dentist at 8 a.m. Well, 8:30 a.m., but either way, it's really early in the day. Outside's pretty nice. We got some pretty green flowers behind or tree stuff behind me. Got some herbs. I don't know what all of these are. One's sage, apparently. There's parsley. There's lemongrass. The parsley's not really doing well. That's fine. You know, stuff happens. Plants are plants. Plants are resilient, but sometimes, especially house plants, you end up having problems with them. You end up being like, oh, nope, okay. I watered it too much, it died. I watered it too little, it died. I don't know what to do. The plant has been destroyed. I'm really sad now. They're not like, animals. Hey, Oxford Mork and Awawa. Welcome to the stream. I'm just sort of chatting here, thinking about stuff. But yeah, plants aren't like animals where they're like super easy to take care of. Whereas like, you mess up taking care of an animal, it'll be easier to fix it. Is the plant destroyed? No, it looks okay. It's the cilantro or what is this? Catnip plant right there. It looks okay. It's just, yeah. But I had houseplants when I was younger, and then like I would either overwater or underwater them, and then they would die, and I'd be really sad, and I didn't know how to do it. I was like 17, 18, 19 years old when this happened, so it wasn't like the end of the world. I was just really sad about it. But like with a dog, you mess up, you take it to the vet fixes it. There isn't a plant doctor. Hello. I can't actually see everybody's usernames because the chat's coming through really, really slow. Not slow, but small. I think I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay. I guess I can't do that. I was looking at train tickets for New York to go to New York City. It's only $120 round trip, about $120 round trip, not including like having lunch on the train because it's 8 hours. Why are you confused? There's no need to be confused. Confucius is not here. You're from Texas? Nice. Isn't it like 6 a.m. there? Almost 7, just about 7 a.m. there? It's 7 a.m., almost 8 a.m. here. I do not like being up this early if I don't have things to do, but I unfortunately have things to do today, which are not going to be fun. I have class at 4. Mariners also play at 4, so I'll have class on with the Mariners. 6:47, nice. Yeah, 7:47 here. So I'll have the Mariners on during my online class, which is nice. It's the last meeting of the semester. And then I have 2 days of other stuff I got to do. I got to go to the dentist tomorrow. I got to go to what's it called? The my last D&D session of the year. Tucker Carl... What? What? Nicotine does not free your mind. Nicotine is actually a neurotoxin. It's a neurotoxin and a stimulant. So it's interesting because, like, coffee is also a stimulant and it's not necessarily a neurotoxin. But nicotine is absolutely a neurotoxin. And it's not fun. And it also, like, the way we ingest nicotine with tobacco is not great. Especially when we smoke it can cause lung cancer, throat cancer, mouth cancer, all sorts of cancers. It's not good. It's really just not, straight up not good for you. But yeah, no, don't start. If you don't smoke, don't smoke. Don't start. It's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. You want to avoid that as much as possible. You want to avoid smoking. You want to avoid doing all sorts of drugs. Because, yeah, like, the feeling you get from them might be good for a few minutes, but they're not good for you. Even, like, prescription medications, they can make you feel better, but then what happens is you have, like, a lot of them get, not synthesized, metabolized by the liver, and then the liver gets injured over time, maybe between the medication, maybe between not taking care of yourself, maybe between drinking, all that. That's why you don't drink on a lot of medications. Between that and the and the idea that a lot of people drink, a lot of people take medication. If you drink on some prescription medications, it can actually kill you. Like, I had muscle relaxers prescribed to me recently for an injury, and I haven't drank in 2 years, but you can't drink when you're on muscle relaxers because that combination is just straight up fatal, and it ain't good. It ain't good at all. Which is why you try to avoid drinking, now, I'm not a doctor. I'd love to be, but I'm not capable of doing that. But when I go to the doctor, one thing that always happens is the doctor's like, yep, don't drink when you're on this medication. I'm like, okay, you got it. Or the pharmacist will tell me, don't drink while you're on this medication. And you don't drink while you're on the medication because you... Well, hello there. You don't drink on the medication because you avoid having the problems with the medication because you want the medication to get you better, especially if it's like an antibiotic, or in my case, the muscle relaxer, because it could be really dangerous, but also I wanted the effects of the muscle relaxer to work because I was in a lot of pain after the injury. I have some back pain and back problems. I gotta go to the doctor and ask about it because it's not pleasant. It is not pleasant at all with what I'm dealing with the back pain. If you ever have back pain, try to avoid it. Try to get physical therapy. I've tried that, and it's just not helped as much as it should. So I've ended up on prescription medication for it. And I have to go back to the doctor and be like, hey, it's getting worse. What should we do about it? And hopefully when I go back to the doctor in about a month, they are like, yep, this is what you do, nice and easy. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I don't want to deal with the the pain that I'm constantly in. And unfortunately, like the medication that I take, the muscle relaxer, it's also a sedative. So that means a large amount, any muscle relaxer is a sedative. That means any amount of actual, like, pain relief is mostly just from sleeping. It helps when it's really bad, but it's not the best thing in the world. With the semester being over basically on Friday, I'm going to have a lot of time left to just sort of go ahead and take care of myself and make some YouTube videos and everything, which is going to be wonderful for me because it's going to allow me to add up some stuff. Going to do some streaming of some games. I installed Baldur's Gate 3 2 nights ago. I'm still going through, like, the tutorial and everything, so once that's done, that's probably when I'll start doing stuff with it. Although I'd like to beat the game first. I have the game set on the Explorer difficulty mode, because I think exploring is cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with other games, such as, like, MLB The Show. I'm currently playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The Early Days collection. I started in 7 Trials to Glory, because I was like, this is a cool game. I remember I had probably 300, 400, 500 hours in that game as a kid, before the DS came out. And I'm playing it really... I actually beat the game in less than 12 hours this time. But that was because I remembered how to beat the game. You go weekend tournament, limited tournament, KC tournament, regionals, nationals. You win. And then you go and get the Exodia pieces, and you go to the Shadow Realm, or the Mystic Realm area, and then you go get as much DP deck points as you can get, which is really cool. So, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And now that I know that, like, mobile streaming does work with Streamlabs and you can actually see the chat on here, that's really good. I'm super excited about that. I also got to figure out some other stuff with, like, my desk and some camera setups and everything. I might paint some minis tonight. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thank you all for joining. I know it was a really short stream, but we're going to go ahead and probably talk again later today. Have a great day. Where is the end stream button? Aha! Nice.